Have you ever wondered why you can listen to sermons, read scripture, take notes, and still feel like nothing is shifting inside of you? Like the word is powerful for everybody else, but somehow it's just not taking root in you, right? Well, Jesus actually explains why, and it's far more hopeful than you'd think. Hebrews chapter 4, verse 2 says, "The word which they heard did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in those who heard it." And this means that the word itself never fails, right? But it can be blocked when the heart isn't ready to receive it, right? James chapter 1, verse 21 says, "Receive with meekness the implanted word, which is able to save your souls." And so the word carries power, but it has to be received and implanted into our hearts to be able to transform us, right? Jeremiah 4:3 says, "Break up your fallow ground and do not sow among thorns." And so here God is inviting us to prepare the soil of our hearts so that the seed can actually take root in us, right? Mark chapter 4, verses 14 and 20 says, "The sower sows the word." And then it says, "Those who hear the word accept it and bear fruit." And so Jesus shows us that fruitfulness is not about the seed, but about the actual soil, right? And when Jesus describes the parable of the sower, he makes something unmistakably clear. The word itself is never the issue, right? The seed is perfect, it's consistent, it carries the full potential of transformation every single time it's spoken, right? But the seed can only produce what the soil will allow, right? And this means that the word doesn't fail because it lacks power. It fails because the heart lacks space, right? A crowded heart can't hold it. A hardened heart can't receive it. A shallow heart can't sustain it, right? And Jesus isn't exposing this to shame us. He's revealing it to free us, right? Because soil can absolutely change. Hard places can soften. Shallow places can deepen. Those crowded places can be cleared, right? And so before we move deeper into the series, Jesus is inviting us to recognize something essential, right? That the word and all of its beautiful truths actually work, but it works in the heart that is willing to receive it, right? Your lack of fruit is not a sign that God's overlooked you. If you look at it from the perspective of an actual garden, okay, when you truly surrender your heart to God, it's like you're saying, okay, winter's over, it's gone, it's past. The soil is loaded with dead leaves and debris weighing it down, and the soil was hard, but it's a new season, right? The soil is starting to thaw. You surrendering is you saying that the soil of your heart is starting to thaw, to soften, right? And it's an invitation to let him prepare the soil again, right? The best part about preparing your soil or your heart again is that there's some tilling or some turning of the soil involved, which means that all of those dead things, the leaves, the twigs, the sin, and all the things that we hang on to in this world, those hard things that we've let harden our hearts can be turned and used to strengthen us and to help us grow, right? We just need to start by saying, "Yes, Lord, please till the soil of my heart, and I surrender it to you," right? So here's something to ponder, guys. What part of your heart has stopped receiving the word? And what would it look like to make room for it again, right? So I invite you to actually journal your thoughts here. Pray over it and release it. Surrender it to God. And then truly focus on surrendering your life daily to our Father. And watch a beautiful transformation begin in your life. Right, guys? God bless. Until next time, happy journaling.